Want to make movies? Hey there, aspiring filmmakers. You're the new Hollywood generation. My name is Orlando Delbert. This is Hollywood Unapologetic. I first wrote about success in filmmaking and life when I was writing Pollyanna's tear-soaked Battlefields of Hollywood, a survival guide against the cynicism and the hypocritical. Today I wanted to speak about motivation, filmmaker motivation. How do you keep motivated? Do you motivate others? Does your narrative cause people to look beyond excuses and to be more than how they see themselves at this current time, today, right now? I want to hear from you. Please comment below. I want to know what you are doing to keep pushing forward, especially during these stressful times. I have planned a whole series of filmmaking motivational episodes, but seeing and reading things online on how people are reacting to the coronavirus prompted today's episode more. Before I go any further, I do not want to discount what is happening across the country and around the world, not in any way. I want to be clear about that. I do personally have people in my life that are suffering through what's going on. I love you. I'm here for you. I send my prayers out to the individuals and their families, their communities, to all of us, because this affects us all. So as more of us are self-quarantining ourselves, what I'm seeing a lot of how people are frustrated and how bored they are. Really, guys? Whether you're an aspiring filmmaker, an aspiring content creator for YouTube, aspiring musician, aspiring dancer, aspiring actor, aspiring whatever. What are you doing today to get yourself closer to your dreams? If you're one of these people sitting at home bored on your collective ass and you have aspirations to be more, what are you going to do about it? I want to know. Are you watching how-to filmmaking videos? How-to Hollywood videos? Are you reading how-to books on filmmaking for beginners? Filmmaking tips? Are you learning or reading about how to film industry or taking any how to filming 101 courses? What are you doing? And is this process helping you stay motivated? Please comment below. Aside from my truly wanting to know, I'm hoping by sharing what you're doing to build your skill set and to keep motivated, help others like you to keep pushing closer to his or her dreams. I first wrote about the new Hollywood generation more than a decade ago. I saw a vacuum building over time where many within the management side of the film business was disregarding the potential for new ideas by staying within the safe formulas that have worked for decades. Of course this has to do with profits, licensing deals, and so forth. I understand that fully, and probably better than many of the decision makers I've met in the decades within this business of show. Many fortunate working professionals were creating content and able to have a certain amount of perceived stability for a time. But as the commodification of your and my ideas turn into potential dollars to be made for someone else, what happens to you and I? What happens to those with ideas that never turn into fruition? What happens to those of us who feel we can't break in? What happens to those of us that gave up? These are topics I've written about and speak about throughout the series, but the same solutions show up over and over again. While so many people focus on the knots, not getting a break because of my age, ethnicity, sex, color, and now because of the shutdowns of our communities, one consistent thing is often overlooked. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to be a filmmaker? A successful filmmaker? How bad do you want to see your story told for the world to see? What are you willing to sacrifice to get there? Make your dreams come true. What are you willing to work past, willing to overcome to get there? You and I have the power to create what we want with the people that we want and the stories that we want. Way too much focus is on the things that are and will always be out of the control of most of us. And in saying that, what is preventing you to take an idea and writing it down? Taking that idea and looking at the people and the resources you have around you. Whenever I've mentioned this before in other episodes, there is always some backlash from people, usually attacking me for not knowing what it is to be how they perceive me to be. Ever try getting a job at a production or special effects house, film studio, or television network as a straight Latin man, New Yorker no less, with a body of work that spans decades? I had long hair down to my ass, always wore black, cursed a lot, and just didn't take any shit from anyone. That all was obvious from just looking at me, but I kept pushing forward. And in many corners of the entertainment business, especially in LA, who I was intimidated people. Los Angeles is one of those places where if you have a lot of experience, or if that experience is broad, you're viewed as a threat instead of an asset. Not by good producers, mind you, or the real movers and shakers creating their own content, but by the many gatekeepers you have to get around that their whole lives are filled with mediocrity. Those same gatekeepers, many of which had dreams of being discovered when they arrived in LA, end up answering phones in the places you want to get into. They can make or break any potential opportunities based on things like they think you're attractive enough, your style of dress is hip enough, you're tall enough, beautiful enough. Am I coming to LA at 29? People were telling me to my face I was an old man. No one wanted to hire me. And I'm not pretty, but I am efficient, professional, and I am a machine. When I decide to do something, it gets done. There are no excuses. I don't settle. I may compromise. In life, that's something we all have to do. But there's no fear, ever. There's simply no place for that. There's no place for fear of failure. There's no place for fear of success. There are no excuses. Now that I am disabled, I'm constantly reminded of the things I'm not able to do. The depression, the pain. I refuse to go on and on about what hurts me today and every day. I could, but why? What's the point? I mean, really, what would be the point of that? Now I focus on the things I am able to do. Some days, I'm not able to do much. I admit that. But here's the thing, and this fits with what today's episode is about. I have control of my own life. I have control of my own ideas. And so do you. Stop looking at the things you have no control of. Way too many people in this world waste so much time in their lives on that very thing. Stop it. Stop it right now. Everyone has responsibilities. Everyone has limitations. Time is a limitation every single one of us has. So how will you use it? How will you use this time you have today to get closer to your dreams? And guess what? Once that time is gone, it's gone forever. Think about that. Ask yourself, what do I need to achieve my dreams? How can I use what I have access to get there? How can I build upon my idea and keep control of it? Ask yourself these 3 questions and answer them honestly. Focus on what you have and don't focus on what you don't have. Start building. You have a pencil and paper. You can begin writing down your ideas. You can write out your plot points and character traits. You can storyboard. You can begin that process. You have a smartphone. You can shoot when you want to. You can even find free apps to edit on there too. I speak about all of the steps, the things to be mindful of as you build your ideas into the moving picture throughout this series. But the question remains, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to be a filmmaker, a successful filmmaker? How bad do you want to see your story told for the world to see? What are you willing to sacrifice to get there, to make your dreams come true? What are you willing to work past, willing to overcome to get there? Life is hard. The world we live in is hard. Life doesn't care about any one person. Life isn't about things falling in your lap. Life is about overcoming self-doubt, overcoming shitty circumstances. Life is about being more than just ourselves. Life is about the journey, the hard work, the sacrifices, the sleepless nights, these hardships that shape us. Life is about following your dreams and the hustle you're willing to do to get there. There are no handouts in life. There is no shortcuts in life. Filmmaking is life. Storytelling is life. So the question remains, how bad do you want it? If you're looking for filmmaking for beginners, Filmmaking 101, and for some filmmaking tips on how to want to be a filmmaker, make sure to click on the subscribe button. Click that bell so you don't miss anything. Looking for how-to filmmaking essentials? Be sure to check out the videos in the playlist. New to film production? Start here. Think of this channel as a film crash course, filmmaking crash course, and an introduction to filmmaking entrepreneurship to build the skills needed well beyond just how to succeed Hollywood and beyond whatever discussions other how-to film school, how-to indie filmmaking in general, how-to film industry channels just don't talk about. The whys you truly need to know to help you grow as a thought leader in life, the entertainment industry, and how it applies as part of the new Hollywood generation is in this video series and in the Pollyanna's tear-soaked Battlefields of Hollywood, a survival guide against the cynicism and the hypocritical series of books, links below. Remember, preparation is the key to you and your project's success. Ready?